What I said is that her politic is usually aligned with incels. So to me, that means that she has a vendetta against women and that she has a target and a goal in mind to try to break somebody down and make somebody feel bad about who they are. In reality, the actual topic of the video makes no sense because saying becoming the man they don't want is so complete. It's that's there's so many layers to that. Like, who are you to who? Like, honestly, that's this is what I'm trying to say.
But Andrea, I want you to
Hold on,
see if
let me.
you agree with.
Hold
Oh
on.
yeah, go ahead.
Let her gather her thoughts.
Go
Andre,
ahead.
do this. I think I understand, but I want to get Brit. Go ahead. Finish your thought. Finish your thought.
What I'm saying is that talking about wants is subjective because it all depends on the individual. For me, I could want a more dominant partner. For someone else, they could want a more submissive partner. So to make a statement like become the man they don't want, I just think that's just a way to just try to take a dig at women because that's what that person usually does.
Okay. Britt, what you think? I actually want to ask you a question about something Andre said earlier, but what do you think overall?
I mean, I guess I'm pretty neutral about the topic in general because I've never felt like I kind of feel like what she said a minute ago, like I prefer a more dominant partner just in general. I would never put a man in a position where he feels like less of what he's designed to be because I might make more money for any reason. You know, like I've been in different situations where like I made more money, but I never made my partner feel like less of a person because of what I was able to bring to the table in comparison to what he was able to bring to the table. You know, like everybody handles things and situations a little differently than other people. Everybody is not the same.
Yeah. So do you are you married?
Not anymore.
Okay. Um, but do you prefer you want to be a wife or a partner?
I would prefer to be a wife.
Okay, because you use the word partner just a minute. Maybe it's just semantics, but I heard that word. So if people are looking for partnerships, then if you make more money, it probably matters less, right? Because you think you equal.
I don't think that it should matter any less. I don't think that it should matter any less. Whatever you're using as your title, it shouldn't matter any less
Okay,
because
so you
it's
think it?
still at the
Go
end of
ahead.
the day, it's still the same. It's still the same outcome. You know, like obviously most people's end game is marriage, or at least I would assume so. But you know,
You
I
think
don't know.
it's the same
I
outcome
don't think
though,
people
B?
feel like it should be the same outcome. I could be
You think?
wrong, but that's just my outlook on it. Like
Okay.
I was with my person for 12 years, you know,
Mhm, mhm.
and no, we weren't legally married, but I mean, for what it's worth, I would never consider him as less of a man. At one point, I did things that he was unable to do, and then that situation turned around, but I never put him in a position where it made him feel like less of a man because he was unable to accomplish this for this reason. You know, like I didn't see that as making sense for my relationship.
Okay, so just to be clear in a hypothetical, you were cool with him calling you. He at the store, "Bear, I need you to put money in my account for the rest of your life, so he can buy shit."
Not for the rest of his life, no. Because
Well, I'm
that
saying,
means
let's say
you
you the
have not.
breadwinner, right? So let's say you have the money, so you gonna have to do that for him. Like, yo, I need transfer me $100 so I can go to the
I mean,
movie.
if
Like,
that's the situation and
mhm.
there's something else that you're bringing to the table to make that make sense, then it is what it is. But if
But keep it
that's
real
just
though.
like,
Keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real.
yeah,
You gonna be
well,
good and comfortable with that for the rest of your life. Keep it
no,
real.
no, absolutely not. Like if
Yeah.
you're not bringing nothing else to the table on purpose, like you just cool with being in the position you in, and you just want me taking care of everything, no, you need to find something else to do.
No. So let's say you on some Huggy Bear shit with Trev Smooth. I know he married, right? But he a middle school teacher and he pouring into kids and he making $37,000 for the rest of his life. But that's his quote unquote purpose. That's acceptable.
No,
See, that's where the shit start to fall apart for me. Trev, you see where I'm going?
See, for
Like
me,
that might
it
be
is.
okay
I
for
Hold on,
just
let
some,
me
but
get
it's
That's
Trev.
not
Let
you're
me
okay
right.
get
for
Trev.
everybody.
Trev started nodding. That mean he agree with me, so I want to hear more people agree with me. Go ahead, Trev. What you think? You see where I'm going?
Nah, I hear that. A couple things. First, shout to Paris for bodying another video. I feel that. Also, Diamond, I thank you for displaying the truth again, because you just acknowledging that yes, you would be absolutely dominant over the man, right? And this is true. This is true. And right now, when we just kind of touched on Jonathan Owens, Simone Biles' husband, for those of you who don't know who he is, he plays for the Green Bay Packers, right? So for women jumped all over dude when he said he was the prize. And this just backs up what we were talking about the whole time. You let money define the man. And that's crazy, because she might make more money to him or she has more status. But in reality, most of y'all women complaining would knock 3 women out of your way to get to Jonathan. So cut it out. But what you saying, she's supposed to want more. But what if he has everything that she wants? What if she doesn't need money? Maybe she just likes him because he has good character. Maybe she feels like he could be a good father. Maybe he's inspirational to her, right? Maybe he loves her in a way that nobody else does. Maybe she just really like his look. There's so many other things. Maybe he's charismatic. Why are we trying to make money and status what actually dictates who's dominant? I think that's crazy. That part right there. Why do you feel like you're going to dominate just because you're making more money? That doesn't make any sense. You play your position. I don't care what a woman makes. I'm the man of the house. It is what it is. I'm still going to have the final say. Y'all can say what you want.
Go ahead.
Pretty much.
Which further, because you asked, God damn, bro, I can't remember. What's your name, bro?
Hampton.
Hamp. Because you asked Brittany a really good question. You asked her, would you rather be a partner or a wife? And I want to know what her definition, or what's the difference to her between a partner and a wife.
Honestly, I don't like I was explaining initially, like I don't necessarily see a difference based on how you navigate through a relationship. Because like I said, being with the person I was with for as long as I was with him, he considered me his wife. You know, there was no legal documentation that dignified that, but I did everything that a wife would do in a relationship or a marriage, if you will. But he was not legally my husband. Like I still displayed everything that a wife would display in a household. I did what was expected of me. I took care of my kids. I took care of my house. I took care of my home. I worked. I did everything that I needed to do to make him feel like the man of the house. You know what I'm saying? So if there's a different definition of that for some people, I don't necessarily see the difference. You know what I'm saying? Like it just depends on how you carry yourself in that relationship.
So you're different. So basically, what you're saying is that, from what I'm gathering from what you're saying, your difference between a partner and a wife is a partner is a person that's with someone but they're not married, but a wife is a wife because y'all married.
Yeah. At the end of the day, yeah, I'm your wife because legally I'm married to you. That's what my title is.
Don't
Well,
let that shit slide.
well,
It's just
because
a title.
the reason why, because he asked you, he said, which one would you rather be? You said preferably a wife. So I wanted to know, like, what in your mind makes a wife different from a partner, and then when you
It
explain,
doesn't it doesn't really make a difference. You're absolutely right. It doesn't make a difference. At the end
Oh,
of the
they're the
day,
same.
that's what they are the same. In my book, they're the same because he considered me his wife no matter what the circumstances were. Like I
So
said, for everything that I displayed in my relationship
yeah.
and how I brought things to the table, I was his wife and nobody could tell him anything different.
So Brittany, let us help. Like, let's say we put some definition on the titles, right?
Okay.
Partner, right? For all intents and purposes, when you hear that, it seems like things are shared equally. Wife, it would be a subordinate role. So
Okay.
now, if let's say you took my definitions as, like, fact to some extent. Now, how do you see it?
I mean, I see how I understand the way you define that. It makes sense. Absolutely. Um,
So
I mean, at the end of the day, I considered us equal to an extent, but he was still always the dominant in our relationship. Like, I would never put myself in a position where I felt like I was more than what he brought to the table or anything like that. Like, it never came to that. I never put myself in a position or him in a position to make him feel like less of a man for any particular reason.